did you take?
I was the number one party animal in the country.
Russia.
Like Rolling Stone magazine wrote an article about me, calling me the number one party animal in the country. So yeah, I'm not fucking by any stretch of the means wanted to learn the language. I just wanted to see. And the lady said, I need 14 people to take the class. If you stick around and just show up, I'll let you fucking get a C. I was like, done.
C,
fucking done.
Yeah, man.
It's Florida State. Fucking phone that shit in. So I ended up I had to take 4 seasons of Russian because all the kids that took it with me with Russian 1 then needed Russian 2 and 3 and 4. And then they go to Russia and they're like, fuck. So this is back when the mob ran Russia, okay? And so they told me on the flight over there, like, listen, we had to pay off the mob to chaperone us so that we don't get patted down everywhere we go. So we got 2 young gangsters that we'll meet. They're like, don't make eye contact with them. Don't engage them. Don't fucking... And nothing. Leave them alone. They're just to make sure we don't get robbed everywhere we go. And all I'm hearing is fucking, let's get to know these guys.
Yeah.
Right? These are who I want to party with. So the very first night, and I don't speak any Russian, the very first night I grab a bottle of vodka, a 6-pack of Baltica, and I knock on their door, and this guy Igor answers the door.
Igor, yeah.
With just a wife beater and a cigarette and fucking track pants, total gangster. And he's like, "Shto." And I'm like, all the sentences I had practiced in my head just disappeared, and all I said with a bottle of vodka and a 6-pack of Baltica was, I am the machine. That's all that came out of my mouth. And he fucking starts laughing. He's like, what did you say? And I was like, I don't know, I'm the machine. And he's like, he's the machine! And then I ended up partying with him and all his friends for like an entire, 2 months, and they called me the machine. And so I mean, we partied like crazy. We went to I really shouldn't tell this part, but we went to like a mob boss's party, and the mob boss was like, I don't know if he was a real boss, but he was a big guy on the thing, and he was like, so this is the machine, and Igor was like, yeah, this is the guy I told you about. And I was with one of my teachers who was a girl, and he goes, tonight I say we exchange women, and I was like, women? She's just my okay, all right, sure, yeah.
Yeah, whatever you need, man.
And he totally ended up fucking
whatever you need.
He totally ended up so then we have to go to Moscow. Now, a different mob runs the trains, and a different mob runs Moscow. And Igor said, I can't go with you to Moscow. I can't even get on the train with you. But I've talked to the people that are going to be chaperoning you, and they're cool. They're going to party with you. They'll take care of you. And sure enough, man, we get to the train, and then 2 other gangsters, Igor and Igor, there are not a lot of names there, I guess, but these are their real names, are there. And he's like, this is the machine. If you give the machine vodka, you'll have a blast. And they're like, machine does not sit and coach with his class. The machine sits first class. I'm like, this is what I'm fucking talking about.
The machine.
And I mean, literally, before we took off, the conductor of the train comes into our cabin, rips off the lapel to his shirt, hands it to me, and goes, this is a present for the machine. It would be an honor to do a shot with you. I was like, these stories have gotten out of control. So within 20 minutes, we drank all the booze. And Igor and Igor are like, let's go to the bar cart and get more vodka. I was like, sure. So we go into the bar cart, and Big Igor's like, machine, go behind the bar and grab bread. And I was at chleb. And I'm like, oh shit, I understood what he said. He's like, grab sir. And I was like, that's cheese. He's like, grab vodka. I'm like, I know that one.
I'm learning.
And then he's like, grab all the money. And I'm like, what?
Oh, shit.
He's
Wait
like,
a minute.
Grab the money. And I look, and no one's fucking moving, and it's just him patting down people, and I'm behind the bar with a fucking loaf of bread, a bottle of vodka, and I'm like, holy shit, we're robbing the fucking train. So we take the money, and we go back to first class, and the energy has changed in these guys' eyes. You can see it's like they're real gangsters.
Now it's business.
Like, Igor was a pity-pat gangster. These guys, I mean, our teacher came back to yell at me, this lady Val. She came back, and she was like, you, sir, this is exactly, that was inappropriate. Big Igor takes a sip of vodka, spits it in her face, and goes, no one talks to the machine like that. She's like, I'm like, she does. It's okay if she does. He shuts the door. I swear to you, he then lifts up a thing of keys, and he goes, tonight when it gets dark, we're going to have some real fun. I was like, what? And he's like, we're robbing the whole fucking train. I'm like, motherfucker. Like, this has gotten way out of control. And sure enough, man, it gets dark, and we start fucking breaking into cabins.
It's like a Bond movie.
It's the most insane fucking event in my life where you're just sitting watching a crime happen, and you're like, I wish I could stop it, but you're just part of it now. So we get done, we drink the whole night on the train, we pull into Moscow, and that same teacher comes up, and she's like, the police have been alerted. We've told the authorities, we told you not to hang out with these people. It was your choice. I don't know what to tell you. And I was like, motherfucker. And Igor are like, fuck her. This is Russia. No one tells us in Russia. Mafia runs Russia. And I'm like, fuck you. I'm going to go to the gulag. I'm going to be a punching bag in the gulag. Yeah. And we pull up, and sure enough, man, the cops were sitting on the platform with my whole class who we robbed is sitting in their pajamas with their bags open, crying. Because if anyone ever woke up, like this one Hungarian girl woke up, and Igor just spit vodka in her face. So the cops are out there taking a thing, and Igor goes, "Fuck this, I take care of this." And I'm like, oh man. He goes out, and mind you, half of this is in Russian. He goes out and starts talking to the cop and yelling at the cop like, I don't know what he's saying, but he's not like, they're not exchanging recipes.
It wasn't bread and cheese.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting in the fucking train car with little Igor just thinking, oh, I'm fucked. And then the cop starts yelling back, and they start pointing at me like, and I'm like, oh, motherfucker. And then the cop looks at me and points at me and says, yes, like, get over here now. And I'm like, motherfucker. So I walk out of the train, walk across the thing, and it's that moment, that like Midnight Express moment.
Yeah,
where you're like, this is the end of freedom.
I'm fucked, yeah.
This is that cold where they find the pound of hash on your body.
Yeah.
And I walk up to the cop, and he looks at me and takes a beat, and he gets right in my face, and he's like, so I understand you're the machine. He's like, tonight you party with us. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And we went out and partied with these fucking cops.
Russian.
It was fucking, it was, yeah, it was Russia. It was the Wild West. It was.
Oh, by the way, machine, we need for you to kill someone tonight.
They were bizarre, man.
Yeah, that's like, wait a minute.
We went to a strip club, and he's like, he goes, you drive cop car. And I'm like, I'm not going to fucking drive a cop car. He's like, it was bizarre. There was a magazine out at the time, like a periodical that used to talk about these two guys. I remember reading it when I got back. They would, I'm sure I'm gonna exaggerate the story only because it's been in my head for so long, but they would get a head from a cadaver and they'd write an article about it, and they'd put it in the middle of the car and see how much it would cost to get out of having a head in the middle of the car. I swear to you, I don't know what it's called. I don't know what it's called, but these guys would write these articles. It was fucking insane.
How much you'd have to pay?
Yeah, I don't know.
To be like, okay.
Yeah, and it's a head. We get rid of the head. And Russia was insane back then. Like, insane.
What years?
This is 90, probably, I was 22, so probably 95, 94.
Yeah, so that's okay. Yeah. Communism gone.
Yeah.
They're just trying to figure shit out.
It was the Wild West, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, the most insane life experiences you could ever have.